Pandemic parties are now at the center of a major investigation in London, where Prime Minister Boris Johnson and other politicians are accused of violating COVID lockdown restrictions. And this comes amid new allegations of another event held to celebrate Johnson's birthday at the height of the pandemic. So for more on this, we want to bring in Imtiaz Tyab. It's following the latest from London. Listen, Imtiaz, like in the beginning, we were all cracking these jokes, you know, about, oh, you didn't know you're going to a BYOB bash at your house, right? And all these memes.
PM.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. The PM. But now I'm actually not laughing anymore. And I'm wondering, I mean, was anyone adhering to the lockdown regulations at all? I mean, this is becoming quite serious now.
Hey, guys, yeah, you're absolutely right. Look, there's bad and then there's really bad. And that's what this is, really, really bad for the Prime Minister. You know, we have London's Metropolitan Police announcing that they're now opening a criminal investigation into these apparent parties at 10 Downing Street, all of which is, of course, even more damaging to Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who has just sort of had body blow after body blow. And I think really, you know, if we take a step back a little bit and we look at this entire scandal, which has been dubbed Partygate, you know, for the public anyways, it's become less and less about the specific allegations, which in this case, this specific one and the latest one revolves around a apparent birthday party for Johnson attended by upwards of around 30 people, including his interior decorator in the cabinet room where a lot of these lockdown rules were made. And, you know, they were there singing happy birthday, had cake, you know, at a time when the public was banned from meeting inside in groups no larger than 2 people. Well, it screams of what's being described here as, quote, one rule for me and one rule for thee. Remember, this is 2020, just months into the pandemic, when the general public was largely stuck at home. The coronavirus was raging around the country. People couldn't visit loved ones at hospitals, they couldn't attend funerals, go to school, or even go to work. And so for those who followed the rules, right, who made all of these sacrifices, while the Prime Minister and his staff were apparently having what appears to be party after party after party, well, it's just not good for Boris Johnson, let alone his credibility as Prime Minister with so many people in the public. Anne-Marie, Vlad.
So, Imtiaz, I'm curious what the reaction has been from members of the PM's own party. Here in the United States, generally, people tend to coalesce around the party, and even if somebody is accused of wrongdoing, people look the other way if you're a member of that party. I'm wondering what it's like in the UK.
Well, let's just say the relationship status between Boris Johnson and his Conservative Party is complicated. Only last week, you know, it felt like he was kind of at the end. You know, we saw a former minister from his own party, David Davis, who, like Johnson, is a staunch Brexit supporter, stand up in Parliament and evoke this famous line, which was famously said last in the 1940s, which was, and I'm quoting here, "In the name of God, go." Now, this, of course, saw the opposition erupt in cheers as Johnson kind of sheepishly looked on. And they then had a member of his own party cross the floor to join the opposition. And then, of course, all these scathing headlines in the press. But the biggest concern for Boris Johnson in this moment was the increasingly loud rumblings that a large group of MPs from his own party were working towards gathering the required 54 letters it would take to trigger what's known as a no confidence vote, which would essentially require lawmakers to vote on whether they think Boris Johnson should remain Prime Minister. And even then, even with all that, to your point, Vlad, it seemed like the tide had turned back in Johnson's favor, with members of his party starting to rally around him, and many of them saying that they weren't going to make any decision about his future until a separate investigation into so-called Partygate by a senior civil servant by the name of Sue Gray had concluded. Now, this, of course, is a different investigation than the police's inquiry, but we're told that the initial findings of Sue Gray's investigation is what's triggered the Met's announcement of this criminal investigation. Whatever the case, we are expected to hear Sue Gray's results in the coming days. It has been delayed, but all of this is really to say that Johnson's Conservative Party is not in a good place, as scandal after scandal swirls around this Prime Minister, with many no doubt asking themselves if they still have confidence in him as leader, or whether it's time to give him the boot and start over fresh with someone new. Anne-Marie, Vlad.
We'll see how it all plays out. Imtiaz, as always, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.